Okay, I'm gonna give all praises, glory, honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the bonds to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to the elect. A question that I was asked by a family member who is younger, she's about 12, 11 or 12 years old, but she asked me, was Godzilla real? And I told her yes, it was real. All right, Godzilla is real, and Godzilla is inside the Bible. Okay, so I'm gonna be playing this short clip, and I'm just gonna read uh one scripture to back up my point, and go into a word or two. Okay, so that's the clip I wanted to show, and there's also a clip on the internet that actually shows footage of a serpent-like creature around Antarctica or somewhere around there. Um, it can be seen on camera breaking up the ice, and the what they call the iceberg that was breaking up. It was the size of a city, I believe. So there's definitely something inside the ocean that is awaiting to be seen, and I believe that through the spirit, it's a Godzilla-like creature out there somewhere, because according to science, only 10% of the ocean has been discovered. Okay, so there's a lot of life out there in the ocean that we haven't seen yet. Okay, so let's go to the book of Job. Job, I believe it's Job chapter 41. Job chapter 41 verses 1. It says, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down?" Okay, so now let's look up that word Leviathan. I use word hippo to get synonyms and other you know um outlets for a particular word, just so that I can go deeper. So let's go to Leviathan. So the adjective at the top, it says, what is another word for Leviathan? It says adjective, significantly large in size, amount, value, or degree. Someone or something that is abnormally large or powerful, monster in body of water. All right. It says a very large marine mammal with a streamlined hairless body, a horizontal tail, fin, and a blowhole on top of his head for breathing. Okay. So it's something that's large and massive. Okay. That's, a water dweller. Okay. And as you can see, you know, let's click on some of these uh synonyms. Let's start with colossal. It's king size, mighty, cosmic. It says Titan, monster. All right. Creature, beast. Let's go back or some. There's one I clicked on and it said giant lizard. If I can find it. Dinosaur. All right. And at the bottom right here it says what? Giant lizard. Okay. Bottom left. These are synonyms for Leviathan. All right. Big lizard, T Rex, dino, dinosaur. All right. And there's another synonym that says Titan. We know that Godzilla was a Titan. Okay. So yeah. Behemoth was a Titan. He could come Behemoth. All right. What is another word for behemoth? It says someone or something that is large and powerful or pertaining to pythons. All right. So again, monster, Leviathan, monster, Titan, whale, colossus, mammoth, Hulk, force of nature, and so on and so forth. All right. All these describe, Godzilla pretty much. All right. Because he is gigantic. He's a giant lizard. He's colossal. He's a force of nature. Okay. So, hey, Godzilla's in the Bible. All right. All these movies that you see, Marvel, DC, um, all these different things that you see in these movies, all stem from the Bible. Okay. Whether you believe it or not. So it says, canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? So pretty much you can't go fishing for Leviathan. Or you can't cast out, some line and expect to pull this creature up. Okay. It's not gonna happen. I don't care what kind of boat you use. I don't care what kind of netting system you use. You're not gonna pull out Leviathan. They pull out orcas and these different large whales all the time. But Leviathan is something that you cannot pull up. Okay. And it's rumored that Leviathan actually sunk the Titanic. And there's also footage of these different submarines getting ripped apart, at the bottom of the ocean. So there's something down there. Canst thou put a hook into his nose or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Yeah, and Esau, he likes to take all these marine animals captive. He has orcas inside of these different enclosures in SeaWorld. Um, all these different dolphins and things of that nature, even alligators and crocodiles. But Leviathan is something that you cannot make a servant. You can't tame Leviathan. You can't pull him out with a hook. You can't put him in an enclosure. All right. Again, we talk about, a Godzilla like creature. Okay. Wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? So Leviathan, he's not a pet, okay? He's not something that you play with. Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thy hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. All right, so you can't even, throw a bob spear at him. You know, you can't pierce his skin. You got movies that show, you know, these different fighter jets. They're shooting missiles at Leviathan or Godzilla, and they're not even piercing his skin. It's just making it matter and matter. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast out even at the sight of him? So your hope in taming this creature, capturing this creature, all right, it is in vain because you can't do it. It even says at the sight of seeing him, you know, you're gonna faint. All right, you're gonna be cast down. You might catch a heart attack. Can you imagine walking outside and seeing a creature, as tall as the Empire State Building in real life, in reality? All right, shoot fire out of his mouth and lasers out of his eyes. You know, tearing up shit. All right. At the sight of that, you're gonna be cast down just by looking at it. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who have prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double brittle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. So Leviathan has teeth. All right. So, more likely he's a carnivore. It says his scales are his pride. So Leviathan has scales. Shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. All right, so his scales are so thick and tightly knitted together that no air can come between them. And that's very important because if you know anything about the ocean, like the further you go down, the more pressure that is applied to your body. All right, so there's a lot of pressure at the bottom of the ocean. So this beast that we're reading about, his skills are built to handle that amount of pressure. You even have submarines that can't go down that far. Still submarines that can't even go to the bottom of the ocean. And that's why I say only 10% of the ocean has been discovered because we can't go to the bottom of it because of the pressure. But this creature is so powerful and so strong, his body's built to go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. It says they are joined one to another, they stick together, that they cannot be sundered. All right, so let's look up that word sundered real quick. I think that means to pierce or break apart. Sundered. Let's look it up. It says separated, divided, split, parted. It says to break or be broken. So his skin is so tight and thick and strong. You know, you can shoot a missile at this creature and nothing will happen to it. You know, I mean, like a real missile, you know, a military grade missile. All right, Leviathan skin cannot be pierced. It says verb, past tense for to break apart or separate, especially with force. Past tense for to separate by cutting or severing. All right, so you can't break Leviathan skin apart. All right. It says by his sneezings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. All right. So hey, those are those lasers, laser beams that come out of his mouth. All right. I believe they call it atomic fire or whatever they call it. So this is inside the Bible, all right? The Lord does not lie, okay? The Lord is not a man that he should lie. All right. This is serious stuff, man. All right. Out of his nostrils go a smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindled with coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. Every time I do a video, she comes out of nowhere. Demons. All right, so it says, in his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. So he has a strong neck, man. Okay. You can't tell me this ain't talking about Godzilla. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. So even his heart is as strong as stone. Okay. This creature ain't nothing to play with, man. And I believe that he's gonna make his appearance here in the last days. Okay. Because the scriptures say that the Lord has a military, you know. The Bible also says that what the Lord is a man of war. It tells that in the book of Exodus. Okay. So if you're a man of war, what does that mean? It means that you have foot soldiers. You have an army. You have a navy. And you also have I believe the Navy is like where they fly and stuff. But yeah, man, you have, you know, air attack, and you have the ground attack, and you have the water attack. All right. The Most High has all those things, man. The angels are the aerial attack. All right. The men of the Lord, the 144,000, these different animals that you see on the earth, as far as lions, bears. All right. That's the Lord's ground attack, man. The Lord could use any of these things to attack you. Okay. So the Lord, you know, he said that he's going to give his men power, you know, the 144,000 in these last days. Okay. And what the Lord also has an attack in the ocean. And what is this? This marine force? This marine force is Leviathan. All right. People call Godzilla. He's gonna make his appearance here in the last days. You know, the 144,000, the angels, all that's gonna be a part of the Lord's military. Okay. When he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings, they purify themselves. All right. So, hey, the mighty are afraid. All these people who think they hard, all these people in the military, you know, you see Leviathan. All right. Hey, remember we read up at the top that at the sight of them, you can be cast down. All right. You can catch a heart attack. You can die. All right. So the mighty man, they're even afraid of him. Okay. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, nor the habergeon, whatever that says. So hey, you can't hurt Leviathan, man. It says he's esteemeth iron as a straw, and brass as rotten wood. So let that sink in for a second. All right. Iron as a straw. Okay, so that's saying that, the strongest metal on the earth, which is iron, to Leviathan, that's like straw. All right. So let that sink in for a second. It says in brass as rotten wood. So you throw brass at Leviathan. All right, that's like some rotten wood that's gonna break apart. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. So, hey, when the Leviathan makes his appearance in these last days, you're gonna have the military shooting all these different missiles and shooting all these different bullets at him. That ain't gonna make Leviathan run. That's like straw to him, man. You pretty much throwing dirt at this creature. That's how he looks at it, There's nothing you could do to put a scratch on this thing, man. Okay. Darts are counted as stubble. He laughed at the shaking of the spear. All these are metaphors of missiles. All right. Your modern day spear is a missile. Your modern day dart is a missile. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. So, hey, Leviathan can boil the ocean. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon the earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. So ain't nothing like this creature, man. Nobody's seen him other than the movies. All right. The movies is the closest thing you're gonna see to this creature until he makes his appearance. Like I said, Godzilla is real, man. And he ain't a nice creature. All right. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. And who is the most powerful person on this planet Earth? The so-called white man. Okay. So when Leviathan comes out of that ocean, all right, he's gonna start offering you people out here, man, filled with pride. So I want to give our praise, glory, honor to you. How about Shema Shai? I hope this is edifying. Shalom.